Let me see it. Make every minute worth it, baby. This for Ursha, baby. Watch this. I done been around the world, I done kissed a lot of girls, so I'm guessing that it's true.
Hi, shine on ladies, shine on. It's Kim here, Fit Chick Yoga here. I have another amazing, beautiful product by Hourglass called Ambient Light Edit. And here it is. This is an amazing product. Oh my gosh, you can see everything. You can see everything through the mirror. I didn't realize that was going to be there, but anyway, there you go. So this is really amazing, and it's got six powders here. Look at them, aren't they juicy? Juicy Lucy. They're beautiful. So this one here is Diffused Light. This and it's like a cream colored, and they're all have a sheen to it, so they're going to give you once again that healthy glow. So they all have this beautiful satin sheen, and that's the whole purpose of this. And so they're going to give you a lovely lit from within look. And this is a kind of a cream, very light yellow, called Diffused Light. This is the Irridescent Light. It has a very soft, pinky hued tone to it. And then this is Dim Light. It has a little bit of what would you call it, taupe, very light taupe. This I use as a finishing powder and as right over my foundation. It's beautiful. It kind of right away when I apply it with this brush right here. And this is a wonderful brush. I'm probably going to have to talk about this at some point. Real Techniques brushes. So I apply it with this very softly. It's a very lovely soft brush, and I apply it over my foundation, and gives a lovely, very light shade. It's very subtle. And then these two are the blushes, and this is the bronzer. And the bronzer is called Luminous Bronze Light. The middle one is Luminous Flush. And it has a kind of like a magenta look to it. And I actually love to mix my blushes. So I put a peach blush on first, and then I put this over it. And then this is called Mood Exposure. Very moody. Oops, sorry. It's this one. This one's called Mood Exposure. It's very moody. See, the problem is that the labels are on reversed on the back, so kind of gets you a little bit mixed up. It has a slight dark taupey purple look, and if you see that all three of them are marbled, and the reason why they're marbled is that they have a little bit of one of these luminizing powders marbled into it. So instead of having to dip your brush into this and this at the same time, it's already marbled into it. So this is fantastic, because then you get that luminous flush on your face without having to top up. And you almost now don't even need that highlighter on your top of your cheekbone, because your whole blush is now flushed, so that it just gives a beautiful look as a result when you've got your blush flushed to your you've got that sheen on your blush already. I don't know whether you can see that or not. My lighting in my bathroom, okay, there you go, you can see it right there. Whoops. See how it kind of, there's the sheen. It's kind of fun. I like doing that. Anyway, so how I use it, I'm I'm having a bit of issues using it, and the reason why is because my skin is tan, and these are very subtle colors, except for the middle one. That one's not subtle, but they're rather subtle, and so working with it, I have to, you know, use maybe a firmer brush to lift up more of the color so that it shows. Actually, I don't use a firmer brush, and I use a softer brush when I'm finishing off the powder on my face, because it looks a lot better that way. So you don't look like a glow stick in a rave show. Who wants to do that? So I use these two as my finishing powders. Then I use, this is my blush, but I like to use it mixed with my peachier blushes. So I apply my peachier blushes first, and then I take this blush and I put over. The thing is with using this on its own, for one, it's a little too pinky for me. So I'm more of a yellow undertone, so it's better for me to use more peachy looks, but I kind of want to glow it up a little bit, so I like to try and add this to it in order to kind of make it a little bit more peachy pink, more of a coral look. So with that, and the thing is, even though this applies and shows, it's pretty awesome. If I use this beautiful Real Technique brush, I have no problem getting a good amount on my cheek. The only issue that I have is that it's actually rather transparent. So with that, it gives you that lovely flushed look if you want to do more of a natural looking makeup for your face. It's wonderful for that that natural look, that flushed look. The only thing is I don't do good with that because I've got too much discoloration on my cheek, what with acne, having had acne scars. I have little moles and things like that, so it doesn't work very well for that kind of application. If I even over a foundation, when I put it on, I just see all the little moles and my little discoloration, then this flush over top, and to me I just don't like that look. It doesn't work for me. So with that, I rather use a more opaque blush and then play with that over top of it. Then it creates a lovely color for my skin, and also gives the opaque look that that works for me. And so I'm still learning how to work with this palette properly. And sometimes I like to mix this and the mood exposure together, because it gives a nice, more natural look for my skin. So that's really great. I don't really use this one too much yet because I'm just not really into bronzers. One day maybe I'll play around with bronzers, but right now I'm not really much into bronzers. So I'm not using much of this, and I'm not using much of this. Now this one I really like, Irridescent Light, because it has that pinky hue to it. It's wonderful applied as a highlighter. So I apply it over here, and actually apply it first, and then I put my blush, and then I blend it together. So it gives a really nice soft look, and because everything is a kind of a peachy pink, the soft pink overlaid over here, it just kind of marries with it really nicely. So I'm really enjoying that look so far. For filming, I kind of went gung-ho and added a little bit more of this because it applies really strong, and so it will show up in my film. Because my lamp, I had this wonderful upright lamp, and it didn't work. It's not working today, so, and I wanted to film, and so I have to kind of punch up the colors a little bit for it to show. So I'm not quite sure whether you can see that. So anyway, so I'm really enjoying this. It's so I don't think I'm going to return it. If something doesn't work for me, I return it at Sephora's, because Sephora is amazing, because it's an American company in Canada. They're wonderful at taking returns, and I love that, because Canadian companies are not so much inclined to do that for us here. But Sephora is a beautiful thing, and if a product doesn't work, I happily go in and I return it. And not only that, I mean, I buy a good amount from them instead of going to the department stores. It's easy. There's great locations all over the place. They give you wonderful samples that they don't give at department stores and shoppers. So it's wonderful to buy from them, and everybody's super friendly and super nice and helpful and knowledgeable. So you know, they get my business no matter what. So even if I return, I'm bound to purchase something else anyway. So, and this is wonderful because it's very travel friendly. It's got this wonderful mirror in it, so you can apply your blush and everything and check to see everything's working right. And you don't got lipstick on your teeth. Let me check, because the last time I had lipstick on my teeth when I filmed, of course, there was nobody there to tell me, and you guys can't. So too little too late. So anyway, I'm really enjoying this. I love playing around with makeup and seeing what works, what brushes to use. So have fun with this. If any of you guys get this, do have fun with it. Play around with it. I saw a YouTube video of somebody using all these colors here. Now, of course, she was a very pale, beautiful woman, so she could use those colors on her eyeshadow, and it worked really well as a natural look. For me, it would just disappear. So not something that I would do unless I use a majorly white base, and even then it would probably still disappear. So I'm not really using it as the eyeshadow, but I do use this. I forgot. I do use Diffused Light. It works beautifully as a brow highlighter here, and I mix it in with a little bit of the pink one, Irridescent Light. It's perfect, actually. So I do use this. I do use it on the top. So hallelujah, I'm getting a lot of uses out of this, and it's just a beautiful product. And I know you light skin girls will really be able to use this a lot for all over your face, and us brown skin girls, we just have to be a little bit more creative, but we can work this in. And for me anyway, I love it because I'm a person that loves to mix colors. I don't use one color. Lipstick, I'm mixing 3 colors. Blushes, I'm mixing 2-3 colors. I just don't like using just one color. I'm a mixer. Maybe it's my painting background, I'm not quite sure, but I just like to mix colors. It gives how would I call it? It just gives a more subtle look, and it gives depth to the color. I find it gives a lot of depth and to the color, so it gives a way more personality when you're mixing colors, and that's what I do. So this works really well for me in doing that. So I'm really having a lot of fun with it, and I think you gals and all you know, wonderful gals and guys can do the same thing. You makeup artists can do the same thing with this. So enjoy, and I hope this helped and was informative to everybody, and along with everybody else's wonderful YouTube reviews, and I hope this adds a little something to that. I don't know whether I missed anything. I'm really enjoying having a palette that actually has the glow baked right into it instead of having to add on. I don't even generally have to use my Laura Mercier primer, though I do enjoy doing that. I have to be very careful though, because it can end up I can end up becoming a glow stick once again, so I have to be careful. So because I have a lot of oil on my face, so with that, by the end of the day I can look like a glow stick if I put too much. Other than that, it's absolutely gorgeous because you just look so healthy. So enjoy, and I'll see you next time, and shine on, you gal, shine on.